Submitting an assignment online is different from doing it in person. Rather than having the instructor collect it from you, you will need to do it on your own time, and you'll need to do it online through our learning management system called Moodle. Let's take a look at how to do this, and then also 3 frequently asked questions that online learners have about submitting assignments. These questions are: how do I submit assignments in an online class? Are late submissions accepted? And what happens after the due date? Let's take a look at these 3 questions. So our first question to answer is, how do I submit assignments in an online class? Well, first you'll need to identify where the assignments are. Find the current week, which will be in blue, and then look for the icon that has a paper held by a hand. That means this is a place where students can upload material. Sometimes instructors call it assignment, sometimes upload, sometimes Dropbox. But when it comes to uploading assignments such as images or text, this is where you will look for the icon. So you're going to click on that icon or the text next to it to find the upload screen. So first it's going to give you the directions, and then also, more importantly, your submission information down here. So the due date is here. It's very explicit: Thursday, July 28th at 11:55 p.m. And it gives you how much time is left. So let's say I've already created my assignment. I'm going to go down to Add Submission, and it takes me to the upload screen. I'm going to click on this here, and I'm going to choose the file for my desktop, double click, and click Upload this file. Now our assignment has been submitted. It's also possible that you can attach more than one depending upon what the instructor wants. So I can upload a maximum of 2. I'm going to upload a visual file as well, an image, and I'm going to do that by clicking Add. So I can add an additional one, click on Choose File. I'm going to find this. I can upload a PDF if I want to. Upload this file. Now there are these 2 here. Once I've got the files ready, I click on Save Changes. And we go back to a different version of that screen we saw before. Now we see our file submissions are in and ready to go, which means we are all fine and we can leave if we want to. If we'd like to, we can check on what these look like. So we can click on this. It will download, and we will see exactly what the instructor will see, which is this, which is exactly what we wanted. And if we'd like to, we can also edit the submission. A lot of times the instructor allows for multiple submissions up to the time of final submission, which for here is going to be the due date. Not all instructors and not all assignments, but it is an option, and it's something that's great to take advantage of in case you have thought of some new ideas, you like to add some ideas. You can actually edit what you will be submitting. You'll do that by clicking on Edit Submission here, finding the assignment you want to replace. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to say click on that and delete it. Okay, it's going to take that away, and let's say I want to add another file in its place. I'll do that same process as before, and I'm going to find another file, upload this file, and very importantly I must click Save Changes to save it. And now we see the changes are reflected down here. If I want to see what it looks like, I can click on it, and this is what the instructor will get. So that's what it looks like to submit. If we go back into the course, and we go back into the activity once again, we'll see that it has been saved and preserved like this, and if we'd like to, we can edit the submission once more. So the second question is, are late submissions accepted? And the short answer is mostly not, especially here if there's a due date. This is a date that the instructor has clearly marked for a time that they expect your submission to be in by. And if it's not in by that time, it can be a 0. Is there a chance that there can be a reduced grade for handing in a little bit late? For example, taking it down from an A to a B or a B to a C if it's a little bit late? That is possible. You need to contact the instructor to find out exactly what their policy is, because it does change by instructor and by instructor. The best way to do that is to go back into the main page of the course. First, check out the syllabus, which is either in the top here and or over here, and find out what the late submission policy is inside of the syllabus. Additionally, you can contact the instructor by clicking on Roster, finding the instructor, clicking on that, and then contacting them at this email address here. If you do not reach out to the instructor, you will not have any exceptions made for you. You really do need to take an active role in contacting the instructor and giving them all the evidence you can as to why it was late, what you have submitted, and what needs to be done going forward. The third question is, what happens after the due date? Well, after the due date, there's a good chance the instructor has already started grading the materials, so it is possible it will be counted as a 0. But again, you need to contact your instructor and find out what their specific policy is. It's possible that this is a multi-stage project and this is one part of a larger grade, and maybe you can catch up and submit this first stage in the next stage of the, let's say, 4-part assignment. It really depends. So you need to reach out to your instructor and ask them, what can I do to make up this assignment? Is it possible I can still get some kind of a grade for what's been done so far? At the end, where you'll see what your grade looks like for the assignment, so if you go back into your course, on the right here, if you click on grades, you will be able to see exactly what has happened for each one of the assignments you've submitted. So for example, we were in this assignment over here. It's been submitted, but there's been no grade, but this is where you can find what your grade looks like. Additionally, you can look at it this way too, and understand what your grade looks like for these assignments. If you have any further questions, check out our menu over here on the right-hand side.